All right, so the offense is terrible. Let's go through. I'm going to ask you this question. Who do you blame the most, Van Pelt, Brissett, or just an overall lack of talent?
The Patriots' chief problem, whatever you're talking about, is talent. There's no NFL GM until he's 5-6 martinis deep that would trade rosters with them right now. Like, that's the starting point. Very close second, though, is coaching. And so I look at Alex Van Pelt, I look at Scott Peters, their young offensive line coach, and a lot of their staff, which took a while to kind of pull together and go, this is just not good enough. Like, everything is so hard when you watch this. And we could pull up a bunch of stats. I have them. Obviously, we're going to get to them later. But that's my biggest issue. It shouldn't be this hard to block, to pass, to catch, to run. And it is right now. So I start with the guys on the sideline.
Okay, so if they want to, because Mayo doesn't have any connection to Van Pelt. I mean, he seemed like a signing a guy that a coach that he didn't even really want. It was kind of odd how Van Pelt. You would think if Mayo knew he was going to be coach of the Patriots, they would develop some kind of plan.
There were other offensive coordinators, a lot of them, that turned him down. Correct?
Yes. And
so Van Pelt was like choice 5 or 6.
And talking to a couple people close and around them and agents, like their coaches came through here and interviewed and were like, meh. Like, separate from the roster, just not all that impressed with the process. So Van Pelt was 12th. It doesn't mean you can't get it right on the 12th guy, but so far, obviously, results are not good.
So if I'm want to keep my locker room and I'm trying to develop a culture, I got to make a change somewhere. So that change could be playing Drake May, but if I'm holding the line and I know I'm coaching this team next year, maybe I don't want to do that right now, but I could make a coaching change. And I could get rid of my offensive coordinator and make a change there. Do you think they'll make a change at either one of those places, and what would you do?
No, and I would keep Alex Van Pelt at a minimum through the end of the year. Like, we're 5 games in. This roster stinks. The health has been terrible. You kind of know what you're getting into. Not to mention, I think they're finding small solutions around what's obviously a very big problem in the passing game. Those solutions don't add up to fixing what's going on, but that's progress. That's important. That's what you need from coaches moving forward. As far as the quarterback, I'm still sticking with Jacoby Brissett, which I know increasingly makes you sound like a crazy person in the media, but they drafted Drake May to start and play and win for the next 10 years. It's not about winning right now. If they made a pick to win as many games as possible this season, at number 3, they would have taken a different player. That's just the facts.
You're taking Marvin Harrison Jr.
Yeah, or Neighbors or whomever.
You're right.
So with May, I believe he will start sometime in the next 3 to 4 weeks. It could be next week against the Jaguars, who have a bottom 5 defense by any kind of metric. The Jets, who May has already seen before that. They go on the road to Tennessee, who's not very good. Like, May's time is coming. We're getting really close. I just think a Houston defense that's above average by any kind of metric, and just had Josh Allen to 9 completions on Sunday, 9, is not the team that you want to introduce Drake to, even though Brissett's been very bad the last 2 weeks.
And that's the thing, is that everyone that was for drafting Drake May, and I was one of them, is, the plan was to develop this kid. Now, my big question with Van Pelt would be his role in developing May and if he's succeeding in that. Because you're right, this season isn't about winning football games as much as developing a culture and developing May. And that's what I'd be interested too. Do you have any insight on Van Pelt's how much he's got to do with Drake May? Who's handling that?
He is. He's number one. It's offensive coordinator. He's the de facto quarterback's coach, and they have other guys who are working with May. But the bones of this offense, like we talked about last week, and the drills underneath it are old school West Coast stuff. Like, this worked with Joe Montana. It helped Van Pelt with Aaron Rodgers. This stuff works. It just takes time. And so it's funny that, like, everyone is excited to start Drake May because of what you saw flashes in the preseason or maybe the end of that Jets game, which wasn't very good. You want to dismiss Van Pelt. I'll dismiss Van Pelt for the play calling, structure of the offense, play distribution. But the development of Drake May is a win for him. Drake May started 2 full seasons out of the last 4. Okay? This is a young kid who's not played a ton of football. His footwork is better. He's reading defenses quickly. That's got to go a little bit to coaching, no?
Well, I would imagine that it is coaching, and that's something that maybe because we're so frustrated with the product on Sundays, it is boring again more than anything.
If you're going to lose exciting. Don't lose like the way they've been losing.
Or just don't like the way, like, they're throwing the ball a lot, but it's boring, and they establish the run and then they don't stick to it. I don't know. The whole thing is weird. All right, let's do it. Let's go to what the people paid their money for. All right, this is what Andrew said.
Which brings me, though, to my 2 stats and a lie. 2 stats and a lie. 2 of these stats are obviously the truth. 1 is a lie. 1 is a lie. just it would be fun.
You come in with a bit idea and you get some effing production, my friend.
That's right.
I do. That clip, listening back to myself, gets bolder by the week. I was like, it's week 2, calling for imaging. Like,
yeah,
Callahan, hang
All right,
out.
well,
Chill
now
out.
I got to change it up. Now it's not enough to produce multiple intros for this bit.
This is the real one.
It takes 2 steps from the other night.
This is the better one.
Yeah.
Might see if you can get it right. It takes 2 steps from the other night. And one might see if you can get it right.
Now, in fairness, you produced this so the company would get some tax credit for the employment of Nicholas.
That's right.
He goes, "Hey, do It Takes Two, a song you've heard a million times on beat?" And he's just like, "No, that's too hard. That's too hard." And by the way, he turns the lights on when he knows that we're gonna maybe make a video out of something, thereby ensuring that a video will be made regardless of content and ignoring other content that could be made into a video.
Yeah.
Make a video of the Feinbaum stuff today. Adam, you get on that. You tell him what to do.
Callahan, you're going to be video bound.
I'm screaming at him right now.
The lights are
berating
on.
him.
Yeah, I just don't know if that video will be about football or the Menendez brothers or
No effects.
Charles Barkley,
No
Fat
effects.
Mike.
No effects.
Listen, something moved me and I needed to talk about it.
all right.
How'd we do last week in 2 stats in 1 lie?
Yeah, you two are on fire. So I start 6-0 in the first 2 weeks. I'm 1-5 since. The only win is over Wallach.
Which doesn't even count.
No, it
because
counts. It counts. I know.
I was a winner last week.
You got that
off the
Vanderbilt
side
hat.
last week.
You know where you got that Vanderbilt hat? Jersey Shore.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
he's-
Not Nashville.
On the boardwalk, all campus.
and he gets
I suggest you go.
He gets very, very, very offended.
Did you see the field goal post, by the way? They went 3 miles.
I
from
did see
campus
that. They
all the way
carried him
to Broadway.
I did see
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Can you imagine being a bachelorette party, just like going out last night, maybe of your life, and then here comes this giant metal pole, yellow, right at you down the street?
Well, you would say, well, girls, you did this just for me? You would say, like, wow, this must have
I
cost some
love
money.
you guys.
I love you guys. Like, yeah, we got you this big goalpost.
Roll Tide.
All right. So give us the stats. Yesterday or last week, of course, Hardy and I were infallible, and John was dumb.
Right. And also,
No, last week you guys
I
swept me.
won last week.
Oh, okay.
we all won last week.
We all won last
So
week.
our job is to identify the lie
yes.
of the 3 things you're about to tell us.
All right.
Go ahead.
Exactly. All of these are very simple. They're very different. Background for number 1. Anyone catch a Chiefs game last night?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Juju Smith-Schuster, 8 catches, 130 yards. Number 1, the Patriots are paying Juju Smith-Schuster more in base salary than they are the rest of their receiving core combined.
Okay.
I'll say it again. The Patriots are paying Juju Smith-Schuster, whom they caught this summer, more in base salary than the rest of their receiving core combined.
Okay.
Number 2, C.J. Stroud, visiting Sunday, has more Pro Bowls than the entire Patriots roster.
Come on.
C.J. Stroud has more Pro Bowls than the entire Patriots roster.
Oh, no.
The scary thing is you really have to think about
Oh,
that. It's
no.
close.
Number 3,
Yeah.
and I need Hardy's attention here. The ball travels further on an average Ramondre Stevenson run than on an average Jacoby Brissett completion.
All right. That was the case on Sunday.
Yeah.
So, okay. So this is, okay.
Let me say it again, though. The ball travels further on an average Ramondre Stevenson run than when Jacoby Brissett throws it
So
and
it
the
doesn't have
receiver
to be-
catches it at that point.
Okay. So it's not
Not
yak.
yards after the catch.
No,
We
just
ain't yakking it
air
up
yards.
here.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. So let's go one by one. All right. The first one.
Can we go backwards?
Yeah. Let's go backwards.
I believe that to be true. I believe that Ramondre Stevenson, on average,
Because, like, say he's averaging 4.5 yards a carry. Is the Patriots, are they not throwing downfield so much?
No, oh, damn it.
Well,
All
we
right.
know the first one is true. The first one.
What
is
was the
true.
first one again?
First one is
That,
read it.
the,
Read
the
it again.
Patriots are paying
Juju more than the
in base salary more than they're paying all of their current receivers combined.
I think that
what
one's
about
true.
What about Bourne, though? Bourne doesn't make any money? And there's a second-round pick on the roster.
Yeah,
because
but that's
Bourne is a
second-round
veteran.
pick.
I immediately
forgot about
wrote-
Bourne. God damn it!
I immediately wrote down lie. Number one, I said that's the lie.
I forgot about Bourne.
The C.J. Stroud thing. Okay,
Is there
so
anyone with a Pro Bowl on the Patriots roster? Is there any veteran that they put? Stevenson was never a Pro Bowler, was he? The Pro Bowl's not all pro. Pro Bowl.
Pro Bowl, right? Not all pro. What
Yeah.
did
Pro
you
Bowl.
say?
Pro
Did you
Bowl.
say Pro Bowl or all pro?
It's a good week.
Did you say all?
I don't know what the score's going to be, but good job by me.
You said Pro Bowl, right? Not
Did you say
not
Pro
all.
Bowl
I
or
said
all-
Pro Bowl.
Okay.
Because CJ Stroud probably
Let's
wasn't
come back
all-pro.
to the All-Pro, though, after whatever you guys
okay,
decide.
Okay.
is David Andrews?
Was David Andrews a Pro Bowler? That's a good call because he would be the guy. Because Mac Jones is no longer on the team and he was a Pro Bowler.
That's
right.
so outrageous. It's got to be true. It's so outrageous that it has to be true.
All right, I'm gonna say what I think right now is that I think number one that Juju Smith-Schuster is not making more than the entire receiving core of the Patriots. That's what I'm saying is the lie. Go ahead.
I'm going to go with number three. I think the averages of Ramondre Stevenson's runs, his average run has to be lower than the ball traveling through the air from Jacoby Brissett. I'm saying number three is a lie.
We're including yesterday. He threw the ball down the field plenty yesterday.
Okay.
So I'm gonna side with Hardy. I think Hardy is correct in his assessment. That's the lie. It's number three.
Well, I like that, John, because it means that there is a chance that all of us were wrong. And Andrew Callahan, 2 stats and a lie. Go ahead.
Call the fire department. Fred's on fire.
Let's do this. It takes 2 steps
Yeah.
to the other night.
Yeah. How about me? Not only with the football knowledge, but also breaking it down mentally.
You got the Bourne thing.
Is it Kendrick Bourne?
No.
Is that what throws it off?
It's slightly. So the base salary part there is really key because Juju Smith-Schuster is making $7 million, all guaranteed in base salary. But when you add up all of the Patriots receivers, and they have 7 on the roster right now, just base salary, not guaranteed, not signing bonus, they get to $7.3 million.
Oh, wow.
So they're making, and they might not get all this money, not guaranteed, just more than Juju is to not play for the Patriots. They get 130 yards. By the way, Juju Smith-Schuster, almost as many yards as the Patriots' leading receiver right now, which is Pop Douglas.
Yeah, and that just shows the greatness of Mahomes, by the way. Yeah, absolutely.
Number
Yeah.
2, C.J. Stroud has 1 Pro Bowl. He's a second-year player. The Patriots have 0.
Okay.
However, the Patriots have as many All-Pro players, one-time All-Pro nods, as the Texans do, as good as they are right now on their roster. The Texans have 1, Stephon Diggs, who just got there, one-time All-Pro. Marcus Jones, All-Pro returner, people forget, in 2022.
right. That's right.
So the whole roster is 0 Pro Bowls, but the same number of All-Pros as Houston does coming in.
That's it. Well, that's a great one because All-Pro is a better honor than Pro Bowl.
Yes,
And
much better.
yeah, so there you go.
And what about the yards?
So I'll read it again. The ball travels further on an average Stevenson run than an average Jacoby Brissett completion.
Are you talking for the backfield when he picks up the ball?
No,
Okay,
line of
all
scrimmage
right.
forward.
All right.
And from when Brissett throws it and someone catches it, like we specified, no
All
yards
right.
after the catch. Reminder Stevenson right now, averaging 4.6 yards per carry. The average Jacoby Brissett completion has 4.09 air yards.
Eric Coryell,
Now,
my friend.
here's the kicker.
Is that negative yardage when he throws behind the line of scrimmage?
Yeah,
Oh, come on.
screens. That's bottom 5 in the league. You know who's dead last right now?
Jets.
You're never going to guess this. The quarterback who has the fewest air yards per throw.
Sam Darnold. The way you're
I would guess Aaron Rodgers.
Matthew Stafford.
Patrick Mahomes.
Wow.
Wow.
So they're getting a ton of yards after catch. And this was this morning. So I don't know if it was updated for Monday Night Football, but like 4 games and you're ranked dead last in that category is a huge wow. And so we talk about the Patriots offense. You don't need to throw the ball that far downfield to get big yardage. Ask the Chiefs, okay? Mahomes is lower than Brissett. They need to get more yards after the catch. That's coaching, that's receiving, all that stuff.
It's interesting because they were talking to Buck and Aikman after the game. I heard it this morning, and they were talking about how Andy Reid, that's the genius of Andy Reid, is that he can take that marginal talent and put it into something that
you
works.
get Juju to look good on any given night. That is brilliant.
It's amazing when Nathaniel Hackett's your not your offensive coordinator, what you can put together.
I tell you what, that segment though, that's a driveway moment, man. I can't wait to get the answer when Andrew comes in with the 2 stats and a lie.
There you go. Andrew
all
Callahan.
the
Best
imaging.
segments of the week.
It is. It's really all the.
If you like that clip, and how could you not? Check out more videos from Toucher and Hardy here. Point slightly up and to the left. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. Point slightly down and to the left. And for the latest from the Sports Hub, download at 985thesportshub.com.